Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. My name's FM18 and you're watching the Dafuge Challenge, episode 76, with Enfield Town FC. Well, we have had a run of decent fortune. After being smashed by Southampton in the FA Cup 5th round game, we were home against Rochdale and got smashed again, 4-1. Mungo Bridge had a 70th minute goal to break up the clean sheet. James Doe had a first minute goal that just really kind of set the tone for the day. Then he followed it up with a 43rd minute goal. Christian Herc had a goal, so did Frankie Sargent. They had 22 shots, 10 on target. We had 10 shots, 2 on target. I'd love to say everybody was down after losing to Southampton, but the fact of the matter is we were just awful. And there's no other excuse. We didn't exactly bounce back, but we went away to Coventry and we tied. Ben Morris had a 58th minute goal. Tony Gomes, the 95th minute of a 96 minute game, snuck a ball past Ward that tied it up. We didn't throw it away by any stretch of the imagination because Ben Morris missed a penalty kick in the 12th minute that would have had the tie anyways. Gomes' goal would have been the winner then. But after the last couple of performances, not losing was nice. Barry Cousins had a 71st minute goal. Mungo Bridge had a 73rd minute goal. Technically, we just weren't really on it. 5 shots, 3 on target. A couple nice performances. John Barrow had a good game. Cousins had a good game with an assist and a goal. Everyone else was, I don't know. Green and McNally both had 7-1s, which was nice, but I don't see how. Ward had a couple nice saves, but still ended up with a 6-7. So, there's a lot of things I'm never going to make heads or tails of. How a rating is figured out is one of those. We got back to our winning ways against Crewe at home. Nice home crowd here, almost 3,700 Enfield Town fans in the stands to see us beat Crewe 3-1. Barry Cousins with a hat-trick, goals in the 33rd, 83rd, and 91st minute. Luke Bowles with a 40th minute goal to break the clean sheets. We were really good today. We were 8 shots, 6 on target. They were 8 shots, 4 on target. We had a slight possession advantage and a couple more fouls. But technically, we were better. The team was playing a lot better. The passes were a lot better. You could tell that whatever ailed them the past few games, they were over. And this started a stretch of games that we've been lucky to play opponents who are bottom half of the table. We went away to Barry and beat them 2-0. Kept the clean sheet, but only because George Moncourt missed a 66-minute penalty. Barry Cousins had a 49th minute goal. Mungo Bridge a 52nd minute goal. We had 7 shots, 4 on target. They had 11 shots, 3 on target, and a decent possession advantage. But defensively, we were just on point. Shane Keeley finally arrived, and in his first game had a 7-7, which bodes well for the future. Everybody on the defensive backline had a solid game. Ian McNally with an 8-7 because in addition to the key passes, he had several really good tackles and just really disrupted their attack. A lot of Barry's attacking moves came to a stop when Ian McNally just absolutely wiped out Bartlett or Savillard. And it was bad enough that they pulled Wardle in the 49th minute to bring on Young, and even then, they just couldn't get anything going. Now, after Barry, we were at home against MK Dons, and we drew with them. Matty Smith had a 68-minute goal, John Barrow an 86th-minute goal. Nemecha had a 4th-minute goal for the Dons, Wilson had a 17th-minute goal, and they just kind of sat back. I think they were expecting to play the slow game and walk away with the win. They had 14 shots, 6 on target the first half. And we weren't 8-3, but we came back, we earned the draw. Not a lot of good performances. Smith came on, had a goal and a 7-2, was nice. That's one of the reasons I brought him in, was to spell a couple of the strikers up front. Matt Cook is back from injury, and was only supposed to play about 60 minutes a game. He got 67 in. He wasn't all that great, but he'll get healthier. We played Lincoln City next away, and we shut them out as well. 3-0. Barry Cousins at 24th minute goal. John Archer 41st minute goal. Mungo Bridge at 64th minute goal. We had 12 shots, 8 on target. Again, the defensive back four was on it, and so was the midfield three. Actually, everybody had a really good game. I mean, you have to go to the subs before you find someone who was sub 7. Lincoln City just could not put anything together. They had a couple chances that were wiped out by McNally and Lee, and just, it was a good game for us. I'm really kind of upset there were only 97 home fans that came to see it. So where does this leave us? 6th place, 58 points, which is a promotion spot. But there's 2 other teams that have 58 points as well. We're ahead based on our goal differential. Thus far, as you can see, Barry Cousins is our top goal scorer with 27 goals. Mungo Bridge has 17 assists. The top 3 are doing very, very well. Barry Cousins has come along nicely. Our 72 goals are the 4th highest in the league. The 55 goals is the 11th best in the league, which is really, really good. I think that's the highest our defense is ranked since I've started playing. It may have ranked higher, like 9th or 10th for a little while, but it always kind of fell down to mid-table. The fact that this is our first year in League One and we are top half the table when it comes to our defense is just fabulous. So today we are home against Plymouth and away at Southend United. Plymouth is in the relegation zone. They're 22nd. Southend United is in 18th position. Both games are winnable, but then again, both games are eminently losable as well. So I'm going to set the best 11 for the Plymouth game, and we will come back with that in just a bit. Well, today we're home against Plymouth, and we are playing our 4-3-3. Ward and goal, Medford Smith, McNally, Lee, and Keeley as the defensive back four. Barrow, Knight, and Archer as the midfield three. Cook, Cousins, and Bridge up top as the strikers. Plymouth is playing a 4-1-2-3 with Moore in goal, Serrato, Ellesley, Guthrie, and Spencer as the defensive back four. Spooner as the defensive midfielder behind Mouet and Diaz. Maguire, Drew, and Malley are the attacking midfielders, and Bastock is up front as the striker. Malley has the ball on the left, centers it to Diaz, to Mewett, to Bastock, surrounded by Enfield jerseys, but gets it out to Malley. Knocked away. Ball pings back and forth. Barrow sends it up, and the highlight ends. Mewett picked up a knock, but he's coming back. Serrato with the throw-in to Diaz, to Mewett, over to Malley, out to Spencer on the left. He holds it up and sends it a long pass, but Medford Smith knocks it to Barrow, who sends it up to Cook. Cousins has it bounce off, and he recovers and absolutely buries it. That was well done. I didn't realize he had as many goals as he has. That's his 28th of the season. It bounced off Cousins unintentionally, and he recovered and absolutely blew it past the keeper. Bridge to Cousins, to Cook, loses it. Moore has the ball. He brings it up, goes right to Medford Smith. Knight sends it to Barrow, to Cook, who got behind the line, centers it to Bridge, bounces off Moore and into the goal. We are 2-0 up on Plymouth. It was a nice pass by Barrow. Of course, Cook's also been healthy the past 3 games, which means he's due for another injury. I'm going to pull up the league table just to see how we're doing here. And that is halftime. 6 shots, 3 on target to their 4-1. Huge possession advantage. Let's have more of the same this half, boys. Moving left to right now. Medford Smith to McNally, up to Barrow, and the highlight ends. take Keeley off and bring Lavinier on. I think that's the only change I'm going to make for now. Maguire-Drew sends it in. It's knocked out by Lavinier. Barrow has it. Long pass into space for Cook runs it down. Cross it to Cousins. Oh, very nice. That was well done. Long pass into space. Drew both defenders over to him. Cousins left alone. Almost lost it on the first touch there, but recovered in time to slot it past the keeper. Everybody's having a solid game. Okay, we're coming up in 70 minutes. Barrow is looking a bit knackered, so we're going to get him off. Bring on Green. Oh, I totally forgot to move McDonald out. Okay. Knight is going to move over to the advanced playmaker. Green, who can play midfielder a little bit, is going to come on as the ball-winning midfielder on support. So if anything goes wrong, it's all Green's fault. This is the first game I've played him at midfielder. It's my own fault. Now, we are going to use our last sub. Now he's going to move over to the defender on the left. Jones is going to come in and take his spot, and Medford Smith is going to come off. We've had a lot more fouls, and we haven't been as sharp in front of the goal, but can't argue with the results today. Serrato with the throw and goes right to Cousins. Cook, long pass over Guthrie to Bridge, and his shot goes wide left. Should have held it up. McNally with the throw in. Oh, Maguire-Drew stepped in front of it. Hunt has it, but his pass is weak. Archer runs it down. Lavinier on the right. He sends it right to Guthrie. Oh, and looked like Hunt was going to get there before Ward for a minute. And that is the game. Well done, boys. Another clean sheet. 12 shots, 4 on target, 55% possession. Barry Cousins with the brace. Mungo Bridge with the 25th minute goal. So yeah, Bamba is on international duty yet again. And right now, Southend United is 18th. So we should get a decent result against them, barring anything unforeseen happening between now and then. So I'm going to fast forward to that game, and I will come back with my best 11 ready to go, and we will get that game underway in just a bit. This is my head of youth development, Ryan Green. I brought him on board a couple years ago when we were in the Vanarama, I want to say. And at that level, he is probably one of the best head of youth development guys out there. You know, good defending, good mental. It's him working with youngsters is iffy, but his adaptability, determination, level of discipline, and motivating are all really good for this level of football. His judging player ability and his judging player potential are absolutely fabulous. However, our youth facilities are basic. We're only a 2-star regional team in terms of reputation. The junior coaching is minimal, which I'm not understanding, and our youth recruitment is the lowest level possible. This is my coaching team for the under-18s. Jermaine Easter, solid. John Kyriesu, solid. I mean, a 20 mental, a 16 tactical, 19 determination, 14 defending. James Dixon, solid again. And you get a player or a coach at this level with that amount of blue and a decent amount of green and not a lot of reds, okay, that 5 working with youngsters really counts against them. But, everything else makes up for that. The fitness coaching's a bit meh, but he was the best I could find. Graham Stack, for this level, those are decent goalkeeping coaching skills. His determination is nice. His level of discipline is nice. The working with youngsters is a little low, and the motivating is a little low, but I don't know what to do to make it better. And it's not really going to get better until we increase our youth development. The reason I bring this up is we had our youth intake. And it was horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. And I'm positive it has to do with the fact that even though I have a really good head of youth development, it's our facilities and our recruitment and everything else. The fact of the matter is, I go to the board request, approve youth recruitment, good enough for a club our size. We're a League One team. It needs to be better than what it is. And the other thing probably holding us back there a little bit as well is the finances. We're losing money. That's to be expected. And honestly, if we had a bigger youth recruitment, we'd be even more in the red. It's a never-ending cycle. Today, we are away at Southend United, and they're playing a 4-4-2. Hudson in goal, Richards, Reddington, Hall, and Daniels as the defensive back four, Morrison, Styliadis, Burks, and Adelicon as the midfield four, Samuel and Fuster up top as the strikers. We are playing our standard 4-3-3 with Ward in goal, Keeley, Lee, McNally, and Medford Smith as the defensive back four, Archer, Knight, and Barrow as the midfield three, Bridge, Cousins, and Cook up top as the strikers. Now we're moving right to left in the white. McNally up to Barrow. Into space towards Cook, crosses it in. Archer to Bridge. Lost in the crowd, Richardson knocks it away, but Keeley runs it down, and the highlight ends. Corner kick in, Bridge. Well, it kind of goes all over the place. Delicon runs it down. To Burks, to Styliadis, Fuster up to Samuel. He holds the ball up. Now Keeley steps in front of the pass. Bridge up to Cousins, over to Cook. Well done. I want to see what that looks like in 3D. I'm not quite sure how Cousins managed to get the ball out of there. This Bridge was surrounded by 3 players at one point. Oh, Reddington with a slide tackle hit the ball right to Cook. Now a kick in. Everybody's running around the box. Gets kicked out of bounds. Is that a penalty? That was a penalty. Cook with the penalty kick. Oh, Hudson with a nice block. Daniels runs it down before it goes out of bounds, and that is the highlight. It was well done by the Southend keeper. Richards with the throw-in for Southend. Samuel up into space for Morrison. Crosses it in, but Medford Smith heads it away. Burks to Adelicon to Samuel, and Ward with the save. Now Ward sends it right to Daniels, but oh, come on, guys. We need to be better at those. Oh, Samuel's there. His shot goes wide left. Coming up on halftime. Can we do something before the half? Cousins is not having a good game. Now, they've been much better in front of the goal than we have, but I hope that missed penalty doesn't come back to haunt us. Moving left to right now. Daniels with the throw-in. Burks back to Daniels to Stylianides in the center. Oh, very nice. Lee stepped in front of the pass. Sends it up to Cousins, who taps it to Bridge. Over to Cook, up to Cousins. Oh, that was very nice. His first touch is obviously not the best, but he recovers really, really well. Oh, the keeper should have done a better job at that. I was considering taking him off the half. However, we are going to bring on Lavinier for Keeley. Richards with the throw-in to Stylianides. Oh, good pass. Samuel is there. How is that not a foul? That was some great defense. Knocked away. Archer. Up to Cook. Crosses it to Cousins. Back to Cook. Oh, and his cross was just off. Daniels is able to get a head on it and push it out of bounds. Corner kick in. Bridge. Knocked away, but Knight has it. Back to Bridge. May have been a cross, but went right to Hudson. Okay. Oh, on the edge of the box, Morrison sends it in, but it's knocked away, but it goes right back to Morrison, into the crowd, and out of bounds. It's probably a corner kick. I guess not. Coming up on 75 minutes. You know what? Well, we'll do it after the kick here. Knight. Knocked away, but Archer sends it up to Barrow. Back to Archer. Oh, and Hudson actually gets there this time. Okay. I did it again. Okay. Knight is going to move over to the advanced playmaker. Green is going to come on for Barrow. And make him the ball winning midfielder again. That's the second game in a row I've done that. That's just oversight on my part. Hudson holding the ball up for a long time. Goes right to Samuel. Sends it up to Morrison. Passes into space, but Lee's going to run it down before Samuel gets there. What the actual hell happened? We overran the ball again. Okay, that is just... Man, they need to fix that for FM18. 2 minutes left, 4 minutes of extra time. Lee picked up a yellow card. Okay, Medford Smith to McNally. Medford Smith sends it forward. Can Bridge get there? He can, but Hudson saves it. Oh, and it rebounds in off Bird. Bridge. Hudson made a nice save. Bird came over to contest Bridge, and just Bridge knocked it right at his feet and kicked it in. Archer with the kick into the crowd. Reddington knocks it up to Fuster. Morrison has it. Up to Samuel, who broke through. Ward with a nice stop. Ward sends it forward into the crowd again. Now Morrison has it. Now bounces off of... I can't remember who that is. Anyhow, Richardson has it. His pass kind of goes nowhere. Ofabor kicks it nowhere. Should be the last play of the game here. Ward sends it up. Lavinier. Now Mandrio to Morrison now for Southend. He sends it forward, but Fuster's not going to run it down unless Lee overruns it again. And that is the game. Well done, boys. Well, they had more shots, but we were better in front of the goal. 9 shots, 7 on target. We had more fouls. They had the possession advantage, but not by much. Well, that missed penalty really could have come into play if it hadn't been for that Bird on goal. We dodged a bullet there. I got Forest Green in 2 days. Come on. This game is unreal sometimes. We are in 5th place. End of the season is going to get interesting. We play Forest Green tomorrow. They're mid-table. Colchester's 7th. Peterborough is 8th. Shrewsbury is 2nd. Oldham is 10th. Rotherham is 3rd. Wow, it's going to be tough. You know, and it's one of those things again. We're in the playoffs. Do we want to stay in the playoffs? I mean, they expected us to be relegated this year. That's definitely not going to happen. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to come back for Oldham and Rotherham. Well, I do have to apologize for the few microphone issues that you heard. Apparently, I'm not quite sure. The way I have my pop filter set up, it kind of curves out and then curves back around to sit in front of the mic. And when I lean forward sometimes, I hit the arm and the pop filter itself hits the front face of the mic. And that's that noise. I'm working on avoiding that. As it stands, depending on what happens in the next few games, we could get automatic promotion. We could win the league. We could get a playoff spot. Or we could finish mid-table. It depends on what the other teams around us do. And I have to sit down and look at them a little more closely, because our last 6 games aren't as easy as they could be, but they aren't as hard as they could be either. And I suspect there are a couple teams out there that have an easier route to getting more points than we do. The good news is, though, we've recovered from the FA Cup loss and have bounced back really well, with 5 wins, 2 draws, and a loss since then. If we finish the season strong, playoffs are a possibility, and then it's a whole new set of problems. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM18. I thank you for watching.